Thanks for tuning in to Stocks with Antonio. Today we're going to be talking about Applied Digital, ticker symbol APLD. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this one. But before we get into it, today the FOMC minutes were released and investors were looking into this, right? And what I think caused some of a pullback before the market closed was this that I'm about to read to you. Members were somewhat divided on the future of rate moves. Some open to cuts later in 2026 if inflation continues easing, while others saw the possibility of holding steady or even hiking if inflation remains stubborn. We know that hiking would be really bad for stocks and the economy. Housing's not doing good. Imagine if they increased interest rates, right? And make it harder for people to get loans on houses and affordability will continue to go down. I don't think we're going to have that problem. I think in 2026, we're going to get rate cuts. Now, that's just my opinion, but investors are going to get scared if they hear about rate hikes. So hopefully inflation does continue to come down so we can get those rate cuts. But I wanted to go a little bit over the FOMC. Remember, pay close attention tomorrow before the market opens. Walmart's going to be coming out with their earnings. You may be watching this and say, why do I care about that? It shows where how the American consumer is doing, right? So that's why it's important, and it can affect the stock market, and that's why you should care. If you're investing in the stock market, if you're buying and selling short term, you definitely can be impacted by this information that's going to be coming out. So pay close attention. But let's go ahead and get into Applied Digital. Sorry. After the market closed yesterday, I found out that NVIDIA sold its entire stake it had in Applied Digital. And I was surprised, really surprised, because I've been in Applied Digital since 2025. So not that long, a little bit, what are we, right? Like a year, let's say, right? As an estimate. And I seen the stock grow so much, especially in share price. When I got into it in 2025, I was buying shares under $10, okay? And it's gone all the way up to $42. So a lot of growth. The company's landed a lot of contracts. It's opening up new data centers. It's doing really well. If you look at its earnings, it's killing it, right? So you would think, why would a company sell out of it? You wouldn't. So that's why it caught me by huge surprise. And last year, anytime NVIDIA bought or sold a company, it really affected the price either in a positive or negative way. But if it was buying it would affect the price positive. But if it sold, it would affect the price negative. So I already thought that when the market opened today at 9:30, it was going to just start crashing. I thought it was going to start crashing, and it did better than I expected, right? It stayed above $30. It did stay red, but it stayed above that $30. And I didn't think it would do that. So I felt like the news of the NVIDIA selling shares of APLD, it didn't impact it as much as it could have. So that caught me by surprise. Now, it doesn't mean that the price can't come lower. It doesn't mean that it can't come under $30. It means just pay close attention if you're holding this company in your portfolio. Now, I wanted to bring this to your attention because this could be to a benefit if you're a day trader or short-term trader. This is not really for long-term traders. Long-term traders, if you have APLD, you got a good entry point, then you probably want to continue to add to it if you believe in the company as it pulls back. Now, anything I share with you, it's not financial advice. It's just me sharing my opinion. So don't take anything as me telling you to buy, hold, or sell. It's just me letting you know what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and hopefully you enjoy the video. When it comes to APLD, right? If the stock were to come down, usually how would you make money if the stock's coming down? You make money if you did a put. Now you may be wondering, is there any other option? Yes, there is. So if today, if the stock would have started to crash down, if it would have broke under $30, you know what I would have done? I would have bought APLZ. That's the ticker symbol. Now, what does this ETF what does it do, right? It's designed to deliver about 200% of the daily performance of Applied Digital, meaning if Applied Digital falls 1% in a day, APLZ aims to raise 2% in the same day, right? So that's what it aims to do. So if you see APLD coming down, then you want to be in APLZ because APLZ is going to be going up and you can make money as APLD starts to crash. So basically, that was my plan. I figured I'd make this video because a lot of you that are watching this may not know about APLZ. It could be an opportunity if you're watching it closely and you see it going down, you can get in and make some money. Now, just know if you did do something like that, it's very risky and there's a high chance you can lose money. So just be aware of that. Now, I'm not telling anyone to do this, but I'm sharing what I would have done. That would have been my move today. Now, you may be wondering, what am I going to do with Applied Digital? I'm going to stay watching closely. I was impressed that the price didn't come down as much as I thought. So I believe as of right now, the news of NVIDIA selling out of Applied Digital didn't affect the share price, didn't affect the company like I thought it would. Doesn't mean it won't impact it, tomorrow or sometime soon, but right now it looks like there is a possibility that it may not impact it as much and may continue to go to the upside. APLD is in the data center, it's grown a lot, but because it did sell off, because NVIDIA sold off, it doesn't mean it's a bad company or that it's going down, but it is a company that for right now, you definitely want to have your eyes on it because we don't know what other news could come out and things like that. Now, NVIDIA did go ahead and sell off other companies. It decided to sell a lot of holdings it had. Another one that is sold off is WeRide. Now, WeRide, I don't think is that popular. It's a ride-sharing platform, and that company's stock price has really been coming down. Now, analysts are saying it's a buy, and Cathie Wood, some of you know who Cathie Wood is. She's invested in it earlier in 2000. Well, we're in the beginning of the year, but she invested in it, I believe, in 2026, maybe towards the end of 2025. I'm not too sure, so definitely do your research if you're interested in knowing when Cathie Woods got into it. They're saying there's a potential of an upside, but today was a red day too on it. Do I think there's opportunity there? I'm not sure. I don't follow it too much, but I figured I let my viewers know that WeRide was also another company that NVIDIA decided to sell off. It was invested in it, also sold it off with Applied Digital. So we'll have to stay tuned. We'll have to keep watching it. I'll continue to make videos on APLD. It is one of the stocks that I do like a lot. I did well in 2025. And if you have APLD, let me know down in the comments below. Don't be shy. What was your entry point? I love to know what you got in at. If you got in 2025 and your share price are like under $10, under $15, in my opinion, I think you'll be fine. If you're someone that got it at 30, and above where it's currently at, like the $40, high 30s, I don't know, if what's the stock's going to do. And that's why I'm saying that pay close attention to it. Remember, if you are doing trading short term, start using that stop loss. That can help you not lose as much. So definitely make sure you're using your stop loss. Be on top of your stocks. Hopefully you found the video helpful. If you did, do me a big favor, smash the like button. If you haven't done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. Doesn't cost you anything. You just got to hit the button. So hopefully you consider doing that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.